Hi everyone, Scorp here, back with another deck profile. This is a bit more of a memey deck profile than I usually put together. This is technically an MBD deck. If anyone's played Forbidden Memories, you know how powerful Meteor Black Dragon is. I didn't put any just in this deck because I was having deck cost issues. I like to try to keep these around 1,000 deck cost so you can play most of the people in the game. And putting in 3 MBDs is just really expensive. Also, 6 summoning cost was kind of hard to deal with. I was having to throw in gate deegs and stuff, and I didn't like that. So I went with the fusion route, so 3 red eyes and 3 meteor dragons. There's a bunch of Rayurans and manga Rayurans. Those are for insect imitation. So if you fuse it with insect imitation, you have a chance of getting an MBD. It's like a 1 in 5 or something. There aren't many fire dragons in the game. Honestly, it's pretty much random Yamadron though, so you're gonna get a lot of Yamadrons. I have gotten a MBD in testing, so it does happen. It's just rare. So Meteor Dragons for the fusion. I put in 3 eye armors because I just needed something to keep down the deck cost. That was a monster. I didn't have enough threats in this deck because you really don't have many threats in this deck. You have 3 MBDs from the Red Eyes Meteor Dragon fusions, and then technically the Rayurans can be a threat if you like double or triple equip them. And sometimes you get an MBD out of them with insect imitation, but like you really don't have many monsters in this deck, so I kind of had to go with eye armors. And then I went with swordsman from a foreign land just to deal with enemies that have stuff that you just can't deal with. Like if your opponent plays a big monster, you can just throw this in defense and watch them run into it and have their creature just get horribly destroyed. And I like this better than a trap because the only trap that does this is Widespread Ruin. Technically, Acid Trap Hole might do it, but sometimes they're too strong for even that. And this does it for 10 deck cost, which is pretty decent. Maneater Bug is slightly better because it's a flip instead of a destruction, but both of them serve the same purpose, so take your pick. This is just a super cheap option. And then Ancient Tree of Enlightenment. I'm, as usual, not running many trap cards because I find trap cards to be a little bit weak, but they're super annoying, so Ancient Tree just kind of puts a stop to all that. So to go along with the fact that I don't have enough monsters, 2 Monster Reborns. You can revive an MBD after it dies, or an eye armor, or whatever, and basically just you have 2 extra threats here. Again, only 2 of them to keep down deck cost. 3 mountains because we're a dragon deck. Soul of the Pure for healing. Magical neutralizing force field just comes in extreme handy, especially when you're dealing with people that have traps and paralyzing potions. And just kind of get rid of that problem. Also, we have MBD, which is one of the single-handedly strongest creatures in the game, so reverting it to 3500 is not a big problem, but reverting your opponent's eye armor or green kappa down to 600 attack, real big problem for them. So, good card. One of these could be a heavy storm if you want to, very easily. 3 dragon treasures, 3 salamandras, we're fire dragons. These are the equips we have to use. 3 curse breakers, mostly just to keep costs down. If you're wanting more power or something to go against stronger opponents, just change these to something more expensive. There's tons of options. You can go traps, you can go like other monsters, you could go green kappas, you could go spells, you could go like Swords of Revealing Light, you could go Ryokus, you could go Change of Hearts, you can go put in more healing, you can put in damage, you can put in whatever you want here. But 3 Curse Breakers to keep the cost down. Insect Imitation for fusing. This card is such a meme. And then a Goblin Fan just because throwing a Ruryoku back in somebody's face is just satisfying. It also works on all burn cards, so it's super nice. So we're going to go ahead and just test this deck out on some unsuspecting person named Pegasus. Ooh, beautiful. Mountain's a great opener. Just gonna kind of ignore the card. Okay, Mesmeric Control's fine. Nothing's big and scary. So we can just kind of ignore it though, because it can't move 2 spaces, and we can. So Eye Armor just kills him here, regardless of if he has Mirror Wall or not, because Mirror Wall triggers before Eye Armor's effect. So yeah, nice, easy way to win. You're playing dragons, so you have the move quickly, which means you get to play very aggressive. Oh, a Super War Lion. Didn't see a single one of those, or didn't see many of those in our Beast playthrough, right? We got plenty of 3-in-a-rows. Go ahead and play against somebody with a nice open field. Should always technically open your hand to see what you get first. So we're about to be really sad because we're gonna fuse this Rairan and the Insect Imitation, and we're just gonna get a Yamadron. Just preparing you guys for that. It's just what's gonna happen. Oh, a Tyhone. Now, his creatures, if they're flip face up because he has his leader ability, they can move 2 spaces. But the AI doesn't know that. We just fused a Ryuran for a Ryuran. Nice. So, yeah. The AI actually understood how its leader powers work. This would actually be a kind of problematic duel. Unfortunately, the AI doesn't understand, so... and that creature we were dodging was a Panther Warrior that has multiple equips on it. It just doesn't matter. Now, if the AI had known how to play the game, it could have actually made that slightly difficult for me, but yeah, it doesn't, so just kind of get to abuse it a little, which is kind of a shame. Let's see here. Jasper's a interesting person to test against, because he has a very good tendency to just actually kill you for somehow. I don't know how. His deck's not great. So much stuff in it that just low rolls horribly. And then he just manages to win sometimes. I would have liked that to be one space further forward, but I didn't feel like trying to get that greedy. I was gonna say if you just triple equip something. Oh, man. Whatever comes out will always be a dragon, so Dragon Treasure always works. Put a Ryu-Ran in, get a Ryu-Ran out. I kind of wish they made it so you can't get the same card. But honestly, a Ryu-Ran is... it's on the higher end of rolls you can get, so... 20% of the time you super high roll, the rest of the time you kind of just do okay. We don't need 2 of those, so... bonk. Time to put him to 100. Ooh. It's more power reduction to use this. I kind of figured. I knew it was going to be something that had a flip effect. Goodbye. You know, if I got that in in playing a campaign, that would be great. It's great slots. Double Dark Hole. Let's just show that we're better than a dragon deck. Bakura has one of the better dragon decks you can actually make, so he's good to play against just to see how strong you actually made your deck. Oh, that's big. We'll just go ahead and flip this over to steal its stats. Ooh, 4,400, sir. So we're just gonna put this in defense. And let him hit into it. Goodbye. And this is why we put Swordsman from a Foreign Land in our deck. Rude. I wanted those. Oh, in that case... his deck's going to be very hard-pressed to actually beat the 4,400 eye armor. Suicide Glitch? What? I know that's a thing in Forbidden Memories, but I didn't think there was quite a suicide glitch in Duelist of the Roses. Well, that wasn't much of showing off the deck, that was just showing off that the armor is ridiculous. Right between, split the uprights on that one. Wow. Here, another person that has a nice dragon deck. As long as that's like... yeah, it's a Blue Eyes. I have lethal. Oh, I don't have lethal. He has lethal. Well. My hubris has gotten too great. Well, at least it was quick. Didn't expect the Mirror Force. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that in that position if you go for that lethal. We'll run that one back. Well, this time he won't kill me with that play. I feel like, well, at least it's different. I feel like we're getting almost the exact mirror of what happened last duel. Oh, not a Blue Eyes this time, though, so I can't even go for a lethal. Come on, game. It doesn't run Ryoryoku, so I can get rid of this. I'm just playing way too fast and way too loose, but that's okay. Man hasn't Blue Eyes me yet, this duel. Well, that's a big chunk of damage. That's why he wouldn't Blue Eyes me. He doesn't have any summoning power right now. Well, he drew something with a power increase. I hate to say it, but I don't think that's saving you. Oh no, for some reason he was very dead. Okay, I think that's enough duels to show off what this deck's about. Yeah, you're just gonna kind of meme around with Insect Imitation and pray that you hit MBD. Shame we didn't see it in our any of our duels here, but I've definitely gotten it. But it's like, I don't think it's even a 20% chance, but feels good when you do get it, so have fun, meme around with this deck. Tell me if you have any better ideas for cards to throw in it, since there's not many fire dragons in this deck, and a couple of them are pretty bad. But thanks everybody for watching, and have a nice day.